there, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for stopping by, and today we could go one step closer to winning the league and actually going back-to-back victories in the league as well. We play Tottenham in the league, say win that, and we go 9 points clear with only 2 games to play, but City will have a game in hand, so all to play for there. And we've got Atleti, first leg of the semi-final in the Champions League against Atletico Madrid. But before we get into everything today, as always, if you are enjoying the series, hit that thumbs up button, follow it up with hitting that subscribe button if you are new around here, and with the whole YouTube algorithm as well. What they're looking at is ticking that bell icon, making sure you get notified every time a video goes live. So if you are subscribed and you haven't ticked that bell, just tick it right next to the subscription button. But let's get into today's game, today's episode. Not done anything since we last met, which was a disappointing 1-0 away win against Arsenal, but that kept us 6 points clear in the league, and I say could be one step closer to winning the league if we beat Spurs today and then say Atleti in a few days time. This is going to be the lineup that goes up against Spurs in this first game. We are at St James's Park for both games today. We've got Rakitic in goal, Dodo, Pocconi, Zagadou and Bilal are the back line, Maya and Teixeira in the middle of midfield. We've got Mbolo on the right, still coming back from that injury, Marin on the left with Madison in behind. Fetty are going for a golden boot again this season. On the bench, Van Zanten, Bastoni, Aya, Cook, Teresiano, Moise Kean and Adolfo. Zakaria has picked up a knock. He's going to be out for 3 weeks, so I think that could be his season over. Darino is nearly back, 5 days until he returns. And let's get into this game against Spurs. Mbolo throwing the ball in to Madison. Not quite sure why Mbolo is over there on that left-hand side taking a throw-in. Thiago Maia fires that ball long, but Zagadou nods it down to Bilal. Maia quickly to Marin. Again, cutting inside. Can he go for a shot? No, finds Madison. Got time and space, and James Madison doesn't miss those. Time and space for him on the edge of the 18-yard box. Scores his 8th goal of the season. Marin doing what he does best. Cutting inside, running at the defence. It's a tackle that gets the ball out to Madison, and he fires past Strahoza. 1-0 to Newcastle. Corner for Spurs, and getting it deep into the back post, and Harry Kane just dollied one up there to Rakitic. Marin is free on this left-hand side if Rakitic can find him, but no, he goes short to Dodo, back to the keeper. Now we go long to Fetiarp, nods it on to Antonio Marin, driving down that left-hand side. Got loads of space. He had 2 people running into the box as well, but couldn't take advantage of that move. Thiago Maia throwing the ball into Renato. Lovely ball into Dele Alli, and Dele Alli scores. Great ball in from a Brazilian, Renato. Just after the half-hour mark, Tottenham draw level, and it's a really well-worked move. Maia into Renato. He spins on the ball. Lovely whipped effort, and Dele Alli gets above Bilal. 1 apiece. And that is half-time. More possession, more shots on target, but Tottenham have drawn level in this one. I'm going to get into the dressing room and just say, far from pleased what I've seen out there. Midfield, have the ability to turn it round, go out there and do that. Defensively, got the ability to make the difference as well. Better second half needed. Dodo throws the ball into Mbolo, flicks it down to Madison, trying to get it into the back post, but balls to Teixeira. Bilal on the overlap, but gets tackled by Dele Alli. Now Dele Alli on the counter-attack. Can he push the ball forward? He just going and going. No one tackling him at all. Harry Kane's there, and Rakitic with a great save to keep us in it. No one was going towards Dele Alli there. Needed to be pressed. Madison in swinging corner. Pocconi's there, hits the post, and Strahoza comes out and claims we've dominated this game against Spurs. We're going to go attacking for the final 10 minutes. Not been able to break down the defence of Spurs in this one. Madison in swinging corner again into Pocconi's there, and it comes off Moise Kean. He sends Strahoza the wrong way. 5 minutes to go, and we pull forward in this game. Madison lovely in swinging corner. Pocconi's there, but Keane just directs it the other way. Great goal, 12th goal of the season for him. 2-1 Newcastle. Madison again in swinging free kick, tries to go for a shot, and Keane needs to make that, and he does. Uses his pace really well there. Moise Kean again down the line to Arnie Meyer. Can he get the ball in? Just shields it into Madison. Falls to Teresiano. He is left foot. He goes for goal. Shoots just wide. We're going to knock it back down to balance for the final 3 minutes. Madison goes backwards and keeping the ball in Newcastle feet. Lovely ball in from Zagadou, and Moise Kean well and truly wraps this one up. He's come on and made the difference in this one. Maddison goes backwards to Arnie Meyer here, keeping the ball in our possession. Lovely dink ball forward, finds Zagadou on the outside. Lovely cross in from him with his right foot, and Kean swings a right foot at it. 3-1 to Newcastle now. And there we have it. Full time whistle goes. Moise Kean comes off the bench and scores a brace to win us the game. James Maddison with the other goal as well. We had a bit of a scare. Dele Alli scored just after half-hour mark, and it went into that final 5 minutes, one apiece. But we came through, and we now go 9 points clear of City in the league. Next up, Atleti in the Champions League first leg. Here we go then. First leg of the semi-final in the Champions League against Atleti, and a couple of changes to the lineup after how we ended that last game against Spurs. Back five remain exactly the same. Cook comes in for Teixeira, and Maya goes to that box-to-box midfielder role. Mbolo and Maddison and Arp all keep their places, but Keane comes in after that game-winning display coming off the bench for Antonio Marin. And yeah, all in all, he will start on that left-hand side. And as you can see, 13 goals this season for Moise Kean in his first year at Newcastle. Fantastic player for us this year. And Breland Bolo's got 10 and Fetty Arp's got 26. Lots of people picking up goals this year for us, which is good to see. Let's get into this one against Atleti, see what they're bringing to St James's Park. So they're lined up with a 5 at the back, 2 in midfield, and then 3 up top. Oblak still in goal for them. Lindelof, Luis Felipe, and Jimenez are the back line. Tete and Kolesniak are the wing backs, with Koke and Rodri, who just moved to City in real life, in the middle of midfield. Front 3 look very, very dangerous. Tom Lamar, Griezmann, and Angel Correa looking like a formidable trio up top. On the bench, names that I know: Horta, Ben Davis from Spurs there at Atleti this time round as well. So all in all, fantastic team that they've got. Let's see if we're going to come out on top. Bolo throwing the ball into Bilal, into Meyer again, and got Dodo on that overlap. He's cutting inside. Can he go for a shot? He can! Dodo scoring his first goal of the season, and what a time to get it in this Champions League semi-final. I'm not entirely sure why Mbolo's taking throw-ins on this left-hand side. Meyer finds Dodo on that overlap. He drills inside, and he just fires one in the top left-hand corner. Oblak, no chance. 1-0 to the Geordies. On this left-hand side, driving forward now. He does have an overlap on that right-hand side. Mbolo's there, Mbolo scores. 2 goals in quick succession here at St James's Park. A really good counter-attacking move here. Rakitic pushes it up to Arp, who knocks it down to Moise Kean. He then drives in to that space to Arp's left, and then there's just an overlap. I'm not entirely sure why all the defenders have pulled over to this left-hand side, leaving Mbolo free. First time shot. 2-0 Newcastle. Bilal picking up this loose pass. We're just before half time now. Cook in the middle into Maddison, but being picked off by Rodri. But Keane is there, drives past Rodri again into Fetty Arp. He's got a really good shot on him, and he goes for it. And Fetty Arp puts us 3-0 up at just before half time. His 27th goal of the season. Lovely assist from Moise Kean again. He's got 2 assists today with that little bit of a niggle. It is a knee injury. Might have to bring him off just after half time. Fetty Arp from about 20 yards out. What a hit that is. And it's 3-0 to the Geordies. And that's half time. As you can see, domination here in this semi-final. Atleti not having a shot on target, and yeah, we're dominating possession as well. We're going to have to look after Moise Kean in this second half, and say picking up a little bit of a knee injury, so hopefully we won't have to actually, you know what, I'm just going to bring him off. We've got the likes of Antonio Marin on the bench. We might as well use him and not risk that injury at all. I'm just saying, don't get complacent out there. Keep your focus. Want more of the same in this second half. Dodo throwing the ball in, finds Mbolo, but Kolesniak is there, but we get the ball back. Dodo again, back post, Marin's there, Marin scores just after half time. He made that change at half time. Marin's come on and picked up where Moise Kean left off, and that's 4-0 in this first leg of the semi-final of the Champions League. Kolesniak gets one out. Meyer beats Thomas Lamar in the air, and that's a lovely ball in from Dodo, and Marin's there at the back post. 4-0 now. Corner, Maddison outswinger into Zagadou's there, and somehow it's gone in off of Embolo or Fetiar, but it's gone down as an own goal by Borja Iglesias, and it's 5-0. 5 minutes into this second half. Maddison whipping that ball in. Zagadou hit, I think, Arp and Maya and someone else in Bolo, and it's gone over the line. 5-0 now. We're demolishing Atleti. Griezmann holding the ball up for Atleti. Can he start something of a comeback for Atleti? Boy Iglesias with the own goal being marked by Marin and absolutely wiped the floor with him there, did Antonio Marin. Driving down that left-hand side. He's got Fetiar in the middle. He's in there and he heads just wide. Fetiar versus 4 defenders there, and Fetiar won the header. Shouldn't happen in defending. Dodo picking up that ball from the throw-in. Cook, he's got Marin on that left-hand side. Cuts in, goes back to Cook, into Teixeira now. Teixeira goes for goal, and it goes through Oblak. Poor defender, poor goalkeeping from a really good goalkeeper in Jan Oblak. It's 6-0 now, 15 minutes to go. João Teixeira with his 7th goal of the season. Lovely pick out from Cook to Marin. Back to Cook again, and now Teixeira from about 20 yards out again, and Oblak made an absolute meal of that one. 6-0 to Newcastle in this first leg. Marin cutting in on that left-hand side again, into Teresiano, through to Fetiar, and that is it. Full-time whistle goes. Newcastle United 6, Atletico Madrid 0. 6 different goal scorers. Dodo started the goal scoring, then Embolo, Fetiar, all before half-time, and then after that, Marin came on at half-time for an injured Moise Kean, and he just picked up where he left off and scored the 4th. An own goal by Borja Iglesias, and then João Teixeira scoring the final goal. But what a win, 6-0 against Atleti. We go to Madrid with a healthy lead, and potentially we could be going through to another Champions League final. But that is it for this episode. Huge episode for us today. Beating Tottenham with 5 minutes to go when Moise Kean came off the bench, and demolishing Atleti in that first leg of the semi-final of the Champions League. We'll be back on Thursday. I've got things to do in the middle of the week, so I can't give you episodes Tuesday or Wednesday. But Thursday we'll be back for Cardiff and Atleti. Cardiff, we should win the league when we play them at St James's Park. They are already relegated, got nothing to play for, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we can be crowned champions of England there. And we go to Madrid with a 6-0 victory going into that second leg, and hopefully making another Champions League final with this Newcastle side. But that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you're enjoying what you're seeing here, and then follow that up with the all important bell icon so you are notified every time a video goes live. And until next time, we bring you Cardiff and Atleti. I'll see you soon.